Welcome, and today we will be understanding division. Okay, so what is division? To divide something, you separate it into equal groups. Dividing is the opposite of multiplication. Now, division has multiple parts, but what are the parts of a division problem? Quotient is the answer to a division problem. Dividend is the number to be divided. And divisor is the number that divides the dividend. Now here I've written it out two different ways that you might possibly see it in the future. I've given your answer here, and that right there is also your answer. Now here are the arrows pointing to each one of those. So as I said, here's an answer. Remember, the answer to a division problem is your quotient. Okay, and then the number to be divided is called the dividend. Now what makes this different in the writing is when it's written like this, it is saying 12 divided by 4. Okay, 4. So 12 divided by 4. Now if you see it written as this way, and you will see this a lot in the future without your answer, the dividend goes inside of what I call the doghouse or the half box, the garage, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so the dividend is underneath that right there. And then they put your divisor on the outside. That's saying 12 divided by 4. Just like this says 12 divided by 4. So understanding the division problem, now I'm going to provide you a word problem. And as you might see this when you first start doing division, I'm going to give you a visual with it. Okay, so first, it's real important when you do word problems to read it carefully. It may be beneficial to help you underline it, such as Tim has 16 quarters. Okay, that's very important that I remember 16 quarters. He puts an equal number of quarters in each of 4 stacks. Okay, how many stacks is there? 4. How many quarters does he put in each stack? Okay, so to divide that up, I've created my 4 stacks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where my stacks come in. This is a visual for that. Now, to divide it up equally, I'm going to put each quarter in one of those boxes, meaning I'll start with this one and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And once I put 1 in each, then I start back over. Now, I've used this symbol here to help with the quarters, so I put my first one in there. So I've put in 4 quarters. Then I start back over. Now I'm at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have placed all 16 of my quarters into my 4 groups. So how many quarters does he put in each stack? Well, if there's 4 in this one, 4, 4, 4, my answer is 4. Now, if you watch the other videos, remember, if it is a word problem, make sure you tell me what 4 references. So what 4 what? In this case, 4 quarters. Okay, so I'll put it like that. And you may see it written as 16 quarters divided by 4 stacks equals what? 4. You might see it written as this. 4 goes into 16 4 times. There's your answer. I've already got the boxes put out here. I didn't make the cool animation. However, you still get the word problem. Remember, underlining things might be helpful. So William has 20 football cards. Okay, so there's 20 cards. He puts an equal number of cards into each of 5 boxes. So I've already put my 5 boxes down here. Okay, so how many cards does he put in each box? Well, if we break it up and I start counting, so 1, 2, 3. Whoops. I want you to see the animation. It's fun. 3, 4, and I keep breaking it down until I've used all 20 football cards. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have used all 20 cards. Okay, so how many cards did I put in each box? Well, here's my box. How many's in each one of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. That almost sounded like a cheerleader, didn't it? I like that. So there's 4 in each of those. So if you might see the problem, 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Okay, you may also see it written as this. If the 20 cards were divided up by 5 boxes, 5 goes into 20, 4 times. Now there's a way to check your work. If you go backwards, okay, so what I mean by that, if you multiply 4 times 5, what is your answer? 20. Okay, that is the way to check your answer. You go backwards. Once you get your answer, you multiply it by your divisor. Okay. Here we go. Now you got Sarah's at the pet store. She buys 21 dog treats. Remember, we're going to underline the important details. So the 21 dog treats is important. If she plans to give each dog 7 treats. So each dog 7 treats. How many dogs does she feed? It doesn't tell us how many dogs, so we have to divide the 21 by the 7. Okay, so I'm going to break it up into 7 groups. Okay. Now, I'm going to count off the 21, putting 1 in each group until I ran out of 21. I've used dog bones this time. Okay, so we're at 5, 6, 7. Now I start back over. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Starting back all the way over. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I've used all of my dog treats. And there's my 7 groups. So that would be written as 21 divided by 7 equals, how many's in each bubble? 3. How did we say we could solve that or check our answer? If we go backwards. What is 3 times 7? 21. Okay, so if you really, I don't remember, we'll just go backwards and check your answer. All right, now Kayla is having a party. She has 18 cups. Remember, if it's a word problem, underline it. Help yourself find important details. She puts them into 3 equal stacks. How many cups are in each stack? So if I'm breaking them up into 3 equal stacks, oh, oops, started my animation too early. Here's my 3 stacks, and I'm going to drop each one of these cups in there until I've used all 18 cups. Okay, so I'm at 4, 5, 6. Remember, once you put 1 in each of them, you restart. Okay, I'm at 9, 10, 11, 12, start back over, 13, 14, 15, start back over, 16, 17, 18. So I've broken it up into 3 equal stacks, 1, 2, 3. I've used all 18 of my cups. So there's a total of 18 here. How many cups are in each stack? I don't think I did this on the previous problem as far as writing the word down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means there's 6 cups in each stack. Okay, that's important to write what it is we're referencing. Your teacher maybe, well, do you mean there's 6 stacks? 6 cups? 6 people. So make sure you write down what the number references. Okay, so that problem written out may look like this right here. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Okay, now if you wanted to go backwards with that, you could go 6 times 3 equals. That's how you check your work. Okay, just go backwards. All right, it's your turn. Once the problem comes up, go ahead and pause it and see if you draw it out the same way and get the same answer. Remember to underline important details. In this problem, I actually wrote the number out, not written. I wrote the number out in word form. Okay, so what word is that? 4. So 4 customers at a toy store bought 32 poppets. Each customer bought the same number of poppets. How? Now that should not be capitalized. Okay, just sometimes it just edits my lettering or my grammar. How many poppets did each customer buy? Okay, so we're going to have to break this up. Big circle. So you got 4 of them. And now I've used these little symbols for my poppets just because it looks circular. And as you watch, it's filling in one at a time on each. Okay, we got to do 32 of those because we're dividing the poppets up between 4 customers. That's how I got my 4 little circles. That's my 4 customers. My first customer, my second customer, my third, and my fourth. We're dividing the poppets up. So let's see. We've gotten to 32 total right there. So how many poppets did each customer buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. So you might see the problem written as 32 divided by 4 equals 8. Remember to check your answer, go backwards. 8 times 4 equals 32. All right, here's another one for you to try. You can pause it. So Mrs. Jackson has 24 packs of candy. She puts the students in 6 different groups. If she gives each group the same amount of candy, how many packs of candy will each group get? Now, remember, the important details has 24 packs of candy, 6 different groups. She gives each group the same amount of candy. So that's what we're dividing up. Okay, she's dividing up the candy. So written as just numbers, you would have 24 divided by 6. Okay, so I'm going to let you see the amount of groups we have here using these yellow boxes. So you should have had 6 boxes. So for each one of those, and the little candy packets will come up in just a moment, you should mark in 1, 2, and just keep marking one at a time. Once you get to the end, you restart. It's almost like if you ever play cards, if you're given 1 card to each person playing the game, you go around and give it to each person. The same thing's going to be with this candy. Okay, so there's for the first group, second group, all the way until we get to 24 packs. I use my slow animations, that way you can see it easily. So we're at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we have used all 24 of our packs of candy. Remember, we started here, we mark 1 per box, 6, and once I get to the last box, I start back over. Okay, so that's how I done that. Now, how many does each box have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Remember, 4 what? 4 packs of candy. It's very important to make sure you provide what the number references in word problems. Okay, so if we wanted to check that work again, we just go backwards. So 4 times 6 equals, that's right, 24. Here's you another one to try. There's a lot of work on here. So Bill is feeding 5 of his friends pizza. He has 15 pieces of pizza to divide equally between his 5 friends. How many pieces does each friend get? So it's important, remember, and I emphasize this over and over again. Underline some stuff. He is feeding 5 of his friends. He has 15 pieces of pizza to divide equally. So what's being divided up? The 15 pieces of pizza. It's kind of hard to say. 15 pieces of pizza, you say that like 10 times fast. It's rough. Hard enough for me to say it once. However, okay, so we're dividing up the pizza. So that means the 15 goes first, divided by the 5 friends. Now, I'm sure the reason there's 15 pieces left is because Bill here ate the other 3. So let's see if I've created the circles. I did not, so I'm going to do it here. This way you can see how it looks written out. Now, it's not going to have a cool design. I'm just going to create a cool triangle here. He's dividing it up in between 5 of his friends. So I have to have 5 different boxes. Okay, so there's my 5 groups, which equals my 5 friends. Now, I have 15 marks that I need to make in each one of these boxes. So I'll start with the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once I get to that one, I start back over. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've made it to the end again. I start back over. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've used all 15 pieces of pizza. And here we are. How many does each friend get? 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Now if you go backwards, 3 times 5 equals 15. 15 what? Pieces of pizza. So this 3 means each friend gets 3 pieces of pizza. Okay. And to the slide I accidentally went ahead of myself on. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Okay. Thank you for using your time to better yourself and to educate yourself and get better. Be sure to watch the next part of this division series to continue improving your understanding of division.